Hi, I'm Sean Dawson, and today I'm going to show you my eye setting procedure on a whitetail deer. To start off, first thing you're going to want to do before you do anything is you need really good reference. You can get the reference from the various taxidermy supply catalogs. You've got flat reference, you've got really good close-up of eyes here, and you've also got 3D reference that you can also get from the companies. There's a three-dimensional head with an eye set already in it, showing you the correct way to put an eye in. A couple of different ones out there. But you're going to want to make sure you have really good reference before you even put your eyes together. I'm going to go through the basic shape of an eye first, just to give you an idea the different shapes that we have. I'm going to use 4 points when I put this eye together. I've got the front corner, that's 1 point. I've got the high point of the eye right here, that's the second point. That falls right in front of the pupil. Your pupil runs horizontal right here, right at the edge of it, that's your high point. The back corner right here falls right here at the back of the pupil. You got this big belly here. This is your last point. The deepest point is right here at the back of the pupil this way. So to start off, make sure your mannequin is level, because you want both your eyes to be level. You do that by looking at your front corners of the eyes here. You can eyeball it or just put a level right up there. Put your level going right across those two front corners of the eyes. We're pretty level right there. Okay? I'm going to start off with an eye, and you can see the pupil runs horizontal. That's going to be pretty much level with the ground. Okay, one of the first things I'm going to do, you can see I put this picture right up here on the mannequin. That's going to help you as far as getting the shape down. Most of your mannequins out there on the market, they're going to have what they call a positive set eye socket. So if you take your eye, your glass eye, and you seat it real tight to this, you're going to have the correct angle and whatnot. So if you just keep that in mind, it's called a positive set eye socket. One thing we need to do, if you look right here, this corner of this eye, there's a little triangle piece in there. It's called a carbuncle. We need to dig it out just a little bit. So I'm just going to come in here and dig this little triangle out. We're actually going to fill that with clay. It's a membrane in front of that deer's eye there. Get this other side. Okay, so get your carbuncle cut out. Take your glass eye and use just a little bit of clay. I use critter clay, which you can get from the supply companies. Critter clay is a non-shrinking clay. You don't want your clay work on your eyes to shrink up on you. I'm just going to put it just a little bit in the back of this eye, just enough to catch it in the back of that. Make sure your pupil is level with the ground. I'm going to just seat it as tight as I can in the back of that socket. If you rock it back and forth like this, it'll help get it nice and tight in there. Pupil's just a little bit down in that front. About like so. And you can see where this front corner of the eye is down here. My pupil's above it. Keep that in mind. That pupil is in the top third of the eye. It doesn't sit in the middle of the eye. So keep your pupil up there. Hardest thing was probably doing eye work, besides getting your shape right, is getting both your eyes symmetrical. What I like to do is just jump back and forth, do each step with each eye. So I get this one to where I like it. I'm going to grab the deer's right eye, and we'll put that one in and make it match. Get your pupil horizontal. Seat it. Rock it back and forth. You want to make sure all of that area, that glass eye, that rim, is tight against that socket. And look at your pupil level. Now, before you go any farther, you want to make sure that your pupils are the same. A deer cannot change his pupils. They gotta remain symmetrical with each other. You can stand back and look at them like so. This one here is canted down in the front just a bit. This one's a little lower. And if you want to make it real easy, instead of going back and forth, just get 2 flashlights. Once your pupils are level, then we can start putting our eyelids on. And what I like to do to help you get your shape on this eye, I told you about the 4 points here. I'm going to mark it right on the mannequin with a Sharpie here. Here's the front corner right there. Then you've got your high point of the eye, which is right at the edge of that pupil, right here. Your back corner of the eye, it's on top of the pupil, right here. And then you got that big belly. The biggest, lowest point, I should say, is right at the back of the pupil, right there. Those 4 points, that's going to give you the indicator where your clay work needs to change. You follow those points, you're going to have a pretty decent eye right off the bat. I start off with my lower lid. That lower lid, you don't want to fill this up and make this real bulky. This, all you're doing is you're just filling in this void here. That's all you need to do. Okay, I'm going to start out with 2 small balls of clay, the same size. This will help me keep my lids symmetrical with each other. We'll get that other side marked real quick with our 4 points. Front corner, high point, back corner, and the bottom belly. You want to roll out a portion like so. Once you get the one, get your other one rolled out so it looks just like it. You can see what I've done here too is I've tapered the front corner. So what you do, start right at your front corner, like so, kind of tack it, and now just keep following the eye down like so until you get to that low point. Once you get to that low point, that clay needs to change direction. It's going to go up and take it all the way up, up, up until you get to that back corner. That back corner, you get to there, you can just end it like so. This area back here, the back of this eye onto the mannequin, this is going to be really tight. You want to be able to see just glass. If you're standing back here, I've got a picture of it here. A deer can kind of see you from behind. See what I'm talking about there? So this area I'm talking about is got to be real tight. Once you get your clay put on there, it's just a matter of just feathering this onto the mannequin. You don't want a ridge underneath that glass from the bottom eyelid. This is just nice and smooth here, not a big bulky ridge. That's basically the shape of the bottom eyelid, and we'll put the top eyelid on. Oh, I guess we should match the other side, right? Get the symmetry, get the other bottom eyelid on. Clean that up a little bit. And you can stand back from the front and look, make sure both your bottom eyelids look the same. And they look pretty good, then put your upper eyelids on. It's the same way we did the bottoms. Your uppers are going to be a little heavier. There's a little more material up here than on that bottom. We'll start with something about like that. So get another ball the same size for the other side. And roll them both out. Taper your front corner. Okay, we're going to start off with this front corner, and it's going to go up to that high point, and we're going to bring it over to this back corner. I'll start just by doing this with the clay. Okay, front corner, tack it all the way up till you hit that high point right here. That's where it changes direction. And now bring it right back to your back corner, like that. Take that off. That basically gives you that shape right there. Now we just need to blend that clay on. I start with my finger like this. I'm going to get this edge of this clay fairly tight to the glass, like that. And then it's just a matter of blending this over on top of the glass eye. Blend it onto your mannequin. Close, we're not completely there. I'll get the other side looking just like that. I'm going to take a little bit of this material out of the front so he has better front vision, for lack of a better word. I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to bring this tight to the mannequin like that. Now the rest I'm just going to kind of wet my fingers and just smooth everything out here. Okay, we'll get the other side cleaned up. I'm going to wet my finger a little bit and kind of smooth that out. Just going to move this over here for a sec. You can clean them up a little bit with a brush and water. You can see what you got going on. Get all this area nice and smooth. And you get them both pretty close, which is tough to do. We can put a little eyelid crease in there. You see this eyelid crease? It's pretty prominent in the front corner, and then it fades out as it goes back. And that's just put in with a flat edge of a tool like this. And get the other side. Looking pretty close. Just soften up that ridge a bit. And we can really clean up the eyes with a little bit of water. You spend a lot of time real close to this, putting your clay work on. When you get this far, stand back about 6 feet from the front and really look at it. That's where your customer's going to be looking at it, when it's on his wall. Okay, that should do it. If you're interested in doing a workshop with me, give me a holler. Information's on the bottom of the screen. Thanks for watching.